All right, let's take a look at your weather from BCN's Weather Center today. We've got a cold front that's just along, looks like Orlando, Florida this morning, between Orlando and the Palm Beach area, and some prefrontal activities just to the north, to the southeast of that system. We've got a high pressure and an area of dry air between that system and our Bahamas, northern Bahamas. That's going to change as the front makes its way down towards us. All right, let me show you how this has been moving over the past 12 hours or 24 hours or so. The front was up around the Georgia, the Atlanta area. It quickly moved down over just south of Jacksonville, and you can see as it came down, the shower activities preceded the front along with a trough. It's now merged with the frontal system. We got this system that's going to be bringing some cloudiness over the northern Bahamas later on in the afternoon and into tonight. You'll get some isolated showers and thunderstorms. The winds will pick up a little later. You're seeing some light winds now. We'll tell you about that in a few minutes. Here's where that front line is, all the way from up north down, draping back towards south central Florida. And there's an area to the just to the southeast of the east of the Bahamas. And then there's a system here that has a 60% chance of development. It's an active tropical season. We'll tell you about that in a minute. Okay, there's the front line coming through. Here's Abaco and Grand Bahama, Eleuthera, Cat Island, San Salvador, Long Island, and the nation's capital were all beautiful this morning. And really nice light winds. That's going to change by end of day. Rain is showing up again off the northeast Florida coast. It's going to be moving down, and not a whole lot of it will be coming with the front as it comes through the area. Some showers just around the Florida Keys. Today the winds will be 10 knots from the northeast. They'll be picking up 20 to 25 knots in the afternoon and tonight as that frontal system gets closer. Nation's capital 10 knots thereabouts and all the way down into the southern Bahamas. But that's going to dramatically change as that front works its way through. Taking a look at our tropical update, we're still the end of November, of October that is, still looking at tropical systems. Look at this. Here's the Atlantic, active. There's Shari, and then there's another system off here that we've been watching for a few days. And this baby here has the potential of also development. So we're watching these systems. Now listen, let me lay it to rest. Shari's just southeast of Bermuda, southeast of Bermuda. We'll be moving towards Bermuda as a tropical storm, then becoming extra tropical. Here's the forecast. Right there is Bermuda. So this is very close to Bermuda. That dot you see there is Bermuda. Shari will be making its way again up to the north, then kicking out to the northeast. And you know what's going to cause it to kick out to the northeast? That frontal system that's working its way down. It will move far enough and kick this baby out to the northeast and out of the area in time. Here are the forecast tracks of the other system that we were telling you about that's far out. This does not expect it to impact land. One of the forecast models shows it coming towards the southeast. The atmospheric condition does not support that particular track. So we'll be watching this to see what happens. All right, now I brought you back to this map so you can see this system here. Then big red, look at that, has a 50% or higher chance of developing into something tropical in nature. It has all of the characteristics of a tropical system. And here is what forecasters are saying will happen. This is expected to come on up across the Lesser Antilles, then possibly even in across Hispaniola, Dominican Republic, and Haiti. Very, very possible. Others have it making its track up, then coming back down. A couple other, the forecast maps have it going into the Caribbean Sea as it continues to make its way towards the northwest. But we'll be monitoring this one over the weekend, and we'll keep you up to date if the need arises. The forecast for tomorrow, look, the front that you saw along Jacksonville, southeast of Jacksonville, Florida, is now down, moving rather quickly down into the southeast south central Bahamas, which will be along Georgetown by tomorrow, leaving in the wake of it some clouds and some showers as it comes through the Bahamas. 15 to 20 knots from the northeast will be tomorrow, so small craft. We're asking you to pay close attention. Don't go far from port. Don't venture far out. 10 knots in the southeast Bahamas. Those of you that are in ahead of the front, where the front down in Long Island, Auckland's Crooked Island, Meguana, you should have 10 knots northeast in advance of the frontal system. When that front goes through your area, you'll get 15 to 20 knots. They'll increase, and you'll know there'll be more northerly, northeast for Saturday across the Abacos and the Nassau, and all the way down to Georgetown and Eleuthera. Sunday, the winds will fall off 5 to 10 knots from the northeast, drier air again in the wake of the front, and it looks like things should be quite nice across the nation. That's a look at your weather. Now let's take a look at your boating forecast for today. Don't be fooled by the light winds. These seas are still pretty choppy out there, 4 to 6 foot seas offshore. While you have that, you can also anticipate light winds across the Bahamas, light winds across the Abacos, light winds, and the seas will be something that we should be of concern. Whale Key, you would have a slight chop, 10 to 15 knots for the 10 to 15 knots in the southeast Bahamas, 10 to 15 knots for the southeast Bahamas, and 4 to 6 foot seas down in the southeast Bahamas. Tides will be low at 7:03. Low tide 7:03 this morning. High tides at 1:25 this afternoon, and low tonight at 8:08 p.m. And that's a look at your weather from BCN's Weather Center. You can log on to the Abaco Disaster Committee's webpage, and you can pick up the latest in local weather. We'll upload this by about 9:30.